I like what you said, but not, but not just that. I'm also thinking that because people did register and they're not here, sometimes I will send things out, sometimes I don't. But let me, by recording, at least have that option. Thank you.
I will go. I'm all set. And my words for today is power, strength, and tenacity. And I had an amazing time in Kemet last year, and I am going this year as well. I feel like I have some more growing to do and some more things that need to be revealed to me.
Yeah, I hear that. I really hear that. Thank you. Thank you, Osa.
I'm Denise.
Hi, Denise.
Hi. I think I started the year with Shola's 21-day meditation, and then life happened. So I'm gathering myself.
Nice.
And Kemet is very tempting, the prospect of going. So I'm hoping I can, I'm going to see if it can happen. I'm not sure at the moment, but yeah. So it's in my calendar, let's put it that way. So I'm trying to make things happen and I've wanted to go for the longest while. So I'm maybe just making excuses. I think this could be the perfect opportunity.
Yeah. I think having it in your calendar is a really good starting place. And the next thing is giving permission to self. That's the next part. But thank you. Thanks, Denise. So Swami Anashakti.
Myself. Hello, everyone. I am Anashakti.
Greetings.
And I just love joining Shola from time to time. I am about working with self to develop spirituality and to help others who needs it. And I need this strength right now. I feel it's all about strength, power, and spiritual growth. So thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anashakti. And I am going to share something because you would have heard me say Swami and Anashakti. You heard that I didn't just address as Anashakti because over here in the UK, Swami Anashakti is especially in terms of spirituality, especially in terms of yoga. I think Anashakti is probably, I have been involved in yoga for 40, let's call it 40 years. When I started, Anashakti was already there.
Yes.
So,
yeah. It's been several decades of.
That's right. So I just want to really acknowledge, the work that you've done consistently over the years here in the UK.
Thank you.
Okay, so magic and magnificence. That's big. It's big. But that's what Kemet is, and that's what we are.
Okay.
And sorry, let me let you speak because did you finish your words?
I finished.
Okay.
Thank you. You have concluded it for me. As always.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I'm going to give a couple of words for myself actually before I continue. So my own words would be balance. So that energy of my heart, and transformation. So I've just had a birthday, and I feel like it's not a regular birthday because I feel like it's kind of ushering me into a whole new season, as opposed to into a new year. I feel like I'm moving into a new season of my life, and really just kind of embracing that, and that kind of acknowledgement has come around through loss, it's come around through death, it's come around through kind of embracing change, and it's come around through having a birthday and wanting to stretch it out longer. So yeah, entering a new season. So Kemet, for me, it's and for those of us that were there. So we have the 6 people on the call. 4 of us were in Kemet in 2021. And I think that even the word magnificence is not big enough and grand enough for the experience that you have when you return to the motherland and when you see not just one, but just so many magnificent sights. And what is a little different, I think, in the way that I have people return is that it is about the healing. It is about reconnecting to our own kind of essence, our own magic, our own grandness. Everything in Kemet is grand. It's not small. And sometimes I think as Black women, we can struggle to be grand. You know, we can struggle to be all of who we are. Like I'm acknowledging Swami Anashakti, but I know that many times that acknowledgement wouldn't be there. And so when that acknowledgement is not there, we shrink a little bit. And so we can't be our fullness, our grandness, our magnificence. And we need to be able to return to that. And I think when we're in Kemet, when everything is on such a huge scale, and there is so much of it, it supports us to return to that greatness within. And of course, that's really important. And that is very healing. And we can come into that place of wholeness and really being able to show up in the world and be all of who we are as Black women. Let me just check, does anybody else struggle with that? Just by way of hand. You know, we're carrying DNA from the very beginning of time. We're the only people who have that. That's part of our greatness. You know, we can create every other being on the planet. That's part of our greatness. And when we undermine that, not only do we lose something, but so does everyone on the planet. And so being reconnected and kind of tapping into what that is that we carry and being able to be in our kind of full expansive self is something that doesn't just serve you, but it serves everyone that you come into contact with. And I think returning to Kemet allows us to really realign with that greatness. Let me just hear from other people that went last year. So there was 2 things that we did. In 2020, I ran the Sister Goddess Priestess Healer training for a year. And we came together and were supported throughout kind of those kind of Rona, Goddess Rona times. And so we had space and we had energy to really elevate. And then as part of that, we went to Kemet in July 2021. So when I'm talking about that greatness and that magnificence and that reconnection, what was your experience of that? Would anyone like to share?
For me, it was many things. It was just amazement and refocus and truly embracing and understanding who we are, what we come from, and then how do I hone in on that power that they have been able to keep and maintain for thousands and thousands of years. And so it was just like, I don't know, a plethora of feelings and emotions and joy and pride and peace, just all wrapped up into one huge grand thing, as Shola is describing. But it was just so many different emotions experienced and felt throughout the whole process, even before we got there, but especially when we arrived,
Yeah.
right? Because the work started before we even got there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I think that's a really important thing that you're talking about, because it's almost taps into what you're saying as well, Denise. Only obviously in 2021 it was really challenging because we were in the grips of the goddess Rona telling everyone to stay in your house, do not go out, rest, reflect, get yourselves together before, to humans, before you kind of come out. And so we're kind of saying to the goddess Rona, is it okay if we go to Kemet? Can we go? And so there was that kind of challenge as well of having that permission to still travel, to go and do the work that we needed to do in Kemet. It was not easy to just make that decision and say, yes, I'm going. I've got the goddess Rona's permission. I'm going. So we had that additional, yeah. So thank you, also. You want to share, Brochure?
Sure. I didn't know if I had already shared, but for me, the word that comes to mind is magical. It was absolutely a magical experience. We did ritual there. We tapped into some type of incredible vibration as we were doing our spiritual work, as we were going into the temples. There was something very familiar, something that felt like home. And there's not too many words to express it, except for me, it was just a magical experience. I knew the greatness and the grandeur of who we are as African women, and we worked with a lot of goddess energy. The Netaru were around us while we were there. So it was a very magical experience. And then we just had a chance to bond with our sisters and build with our sisters. We went through a year of growth, but as someone who has also gone through the transformation vacation experiences with Shola, if you combine the power of what is in a transformation vacation, in addition to being in Kemet, I don't even know if there's a word in English to explain how much your soul, your spirit will be filled, how energized and recharged you'll get from the experience. So, that's the biggest thing. We ate good, we exercised, we got good sunshine and great vitamin D, and we were just around some really powerful, incredible sisters. And those who are called to be on the trip, you just have to accept that this is a calling for you to be there. And so, I invite you all, if you're contemplating whether you're going or not, to just think about, who you are, as an African woman, how we carry this goddess energy inside of us. Think about the power that you come to and that you come to the world with, and your purpose, and then allow this trip to fortify you, charge you up so that you can be all that that you're supposed to be, and then even more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you, I don't know if you can do this, but I'm conscious that you took your daughter as well. Can you share anything with us around your daughter's experience?
Sure. I don't know if I can explain it as well as she can, but so I brought my daughter. So I brought my daughter. She knew that I had been spending a year going through the Sister Goddess Priestess Healer training. And she had also come into age. She was at that time 14 years old. And I wanted this to be her gateway into her coming into womanhood, her rites of passage. So this was the start. Initially, I was a little nervous because it was a lot of mamas although Rochelle brought her son as well, her teenage son. But she was the youngest, and she didn't have her friends and her peers, and I wasn't sure how it was going to feel for her. But when I talk about magic happening there, magically, a gateway opened for her, and she was able to bravely step into womanhood. She was able to express things that I didn't even know that she had in her yet. I mean, we started taking notes on some of the things that my 14-year-old daughter were saying that were just so profound. I know that she loved it, and she shared with all of her peers how what an impact it made on her life. And as a result, I have seen her level of maturity step up. I have seen huge spiritual growth step up. Her mindset has shifted. She has been able to step into her power as, wait, it's very important to be an African woman. There is a power that is part of being an African woman. And then what's really beautiful is that she became hungry for more. So every now and then I'll go into her room because I can't find my Open into Spirit book, and it's in her and it's in her room. And when I say that she's hungry, even that started her. She is actually this evening joining a program with Queen Afua, because this now is becoming like a lifestyle for her. She's like, no, I'm really into this. And I couldn't be more pleased. And it would not have happened the way it did happen had she not been on our trip to Kemet.
Yeah. And she became, it's interesting that you're saying there was a lot of mamas there. You know, when we got to listening to her, she was like a mama to us. You know, she had things that she really needed to also be teaching us, and that, you know, and that happened. So that was really, really powerful. Thank you for sharing. Rochelle?
All right. I feel like I lost my words after Bashir spoke, you know, especially with the journey as motherhood, because I also, when I took my son, it was a rite of passage for him, because he was officially entering the world as an adult. He was becoming 18. He was ready to leave the house. So this was our moment to, you know, to explore some things and get him to the next level. And I believe right before my sisters, I did just that, because there was a conversation about, you know, what he should do, what he shouldn't do. But he, during the journey, found a way to communicate with me, to explain to me how he was feeling. And I, as a mother, even transformed. And you guys saw it. I was like, no, I have to respect this individual right here. And this is what he said to me. And it was a powerful moment. And you guys saw me right then and there as a mother just grow. And so that energy, he still carries it with him as he's out at university and out there exploring the world. So I thank you for that. My journey to Egypt was all about reawakening, and more importantly, remembering. In the words of Shola, is remembering my power, remembering who I am, who I was, who our ancestors are. And every temple we walked in, every time we set foot on any particular land where there was a temple, it was just so powerful. And as you looked around, you would always see yourself in something. There was always something or multiple things you could definitely resonate with. And so I still carry that energy from Kemet with me to this very day. And I think that's why, you know, at the beginning of the call, I used the term of healing, because I'm still carrying that energy with me to allow me to transform in a positive light, and to grow and transform into the next level that I should be. That's how I'm going to say it.
Thank you. And as I'm listening to you speak as well, I'm thinking about the kind of magic of Kemet across the ages, because I do have people, there's someone that spoke to me about bringing her daughter this time. I think her daughter's 18. And sometimes people want to bring smaller children. And I think that across the ages, we're enriched, really enriched from such a journey. And in some ways, the earlier, the better, you know, because you get that, you get that healing, you get that wholeness, that magnificence, that alignment, that connection, all of those things, you know, the kind of pride in terms of what it is we're looking at and where it fits on the world stage. And you get that early, you carry it with you. I put a few images together. So I want to share my screen. It's a little bit haphazard. They will be a little bit haphazard because I just put some images into a kind of folder that I wanted to share, but let me do that anyway. So I'm going to share them and maybe say a little bit about some of them. Let's see. Okay. Oh, all right. That's not how I wanted it to show up though. So let's just see if I can do this different. Let's just, I don't want it to go like there. Because it's not a slideshow, I don't think I can do it differently. So I will keep it like, yeah, let me just keep it like this. It's fine. Oh, no, it's not gonna, I can't flick it, can I? Anyway, this is the, you know, just the connection. I think people have already spoke about seeing yourself. So that kind of inner journey in also the external and everything that you're going to see around you in Kemet. I'm not happy with this way of showing it though. I'm sure I had a better way a minute ago. And okay. Let me just stop this for a second to see if I can just work out a slide. I want to slightly do it a little bit better than that, if I can. I thought I was going to be able to. Sorry. I just want to be able to flick it, which I don't seem to be able to do. Here we go. No, that doesn't let me do it. I'm just seeing if there's a better way to do it. Because I can't flick through them. That's what's I'm not happy about. Okay, I'm not doing that. Hi, Toya. And Jane.
Hi.
Do you want to say anything, Toya? What we said was just names, where we are kind of right at the minute, and a little bit about the experience in Kemet. If you want to share, do go ahead.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Hi, y'all. I miss y'all. Hey, girl. Hey. My name is Toya. I live in Simpsonville, South Carolina. I did go to Egypt last year, and what I will say is that I had my first, I'll call it my Holy Ghost moment when we were at the pyramids, at the top of the pyramid. So it was life changing for me. And I give thanks for the opportunity to have traveled with the group that I traveled with and have built the connections and have had that experience, because that has really helped me through the past 7 or 8 months of significant life events that threatened to take me out, but they didn't, because I had the strength of my sisterhood and those experiences to help me through. So that's all I want to say.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. So these pictures I'm trying to show you, do we want to look at them in a kind of, I said it was haphazard, but I did not think it was as haphazard as it actually is, because I thought they would be kind of all out of order, but at least they would flow. But I think because of the way that I've saved them. Does anyone know, can I create like a